the type who likes to get things fast before the space gets too crowded? Then you're an early adopter and the pre-constructed off-plan property could be yours for the taking. This is the Property Show, and you're in for another in-depth look on what it means to purchase off-plan projects, what's in it for you, and also what you need to look out for when going through this process. And where did Telkom's wheels stop at? This and much more was captured by the Property Lenses.
Top up and win!
Excuse me, Nanya Tani Scratcher.
Let's roll into new opportunities on the property landscape. Keep us company on our social media platforms and keep this conversation going. Welcome. As always, there is something for everyone. It's a fact that off-plan property investment is one route to home ownership that comes with its own shares of do's and don'ts. It's a venture cut for buyers who understand exactly what they want and as such want to be part of every process along the way. But before we dig into the best deals around, let's understand what we mean by off-plan projects.
Off-plan or pre-constructed houses is a scenario where a buyer will identify a property that is yet to be constructed and takes the risk of investing in a product that is not yet either seen or showcased, relying mostly on artist impression of a building or or architectural drawings and things like that.
We kick off with a project within Lavington and see why this New York-styled design has been envisioned to be the finest residences in the city of Nairobi. Katanga duplexes stand out for being spacious in a prime, quiet location, and to mention the least, these duplexes have also given privacy top priority.
Katanga duplexes are duplex apartments, as the name suggests. These are basically two-level apartments where you have a lower level with your lounge, your dining, your kitchen, your DSQ are all positioned on the lower level, including a guest bedroom. And you have the living space, or rather all the rooms being on the upper level, the master bedroom and all the other rooms. And there is a lot of demand from customers who want to move away from conventional apartments that are one level, sometimes squeezed or maybe next to each other with minimal privacy. We've tried to mimic a townhouse or a mansionette standards of living in an apartment, and yet for this locality or location, more affordable than a typical mansionette, and yet again more luxurious than your typical apartment. Apart from being two levels, designed architecturally in such a way that on three frontages, both sides and the front of the apartment are not attached to any other apartment. The only attachment comes at the entrance where the elevators and the staircase and all that are. That gives a lot of lighting and a real feel of a standalone house. Our duplexes are unique also because the finishing is extremely superior. We are using pure hardwood floors and fully fitted kitchens and all that. To take you back, when our products were off-plan, the biggest advantage was the prices were more favorable. We had an offer. And as the houses now start coming up and the construction gets to almost 60-70%, the prices are adjusted as well. While we are still under construction, the cost of buying a duplex is still more affordable than if you were to wait, let's say, when the project was fully complete. It will either jump up or a buyer will resell it for a premium. Our project started 2017. Our completion date is going to be June 2019. Our show house currently is under construction. We hope to finish it by end of April. Then our clients can start coming and viewing. And our structure is almost 3/4 up. We only have 3 more levels to go to finish the entire structure. Projects of reference that we have completed and handed over are Imara Gardens apartments in Imara Daima. Those were apartments. It was a very successful project. A current ongoing project where we are just about to hand over phase 1 is also in Syokimau, Mavoko Park in Syokimau. So we have a fair track record and our customers know us in the market.
Katanga duplexes are a modern development located in the heart of Lavington off Katanga Road. Privileged by its exquisite design and opulent finishes, this elegant residence offers 36 4-bedroom ensuite duplexes. Accommodation includes lower level, spacious living room, dining room, fitted kitchen with detached pantry, guest bedroom on select units, doobie area with washing machine provisions, and exterior storage for gas tanks. Upper level, spacious master ensuite bedroom with walk-in closet, 2 bedrooms ensuite, TV or family room which can be turned into a 5th bedroom. Salient features include 2 car parking spaces per unit, low-maintenance fully glazed UPVC windows, balconies with panoramic views, carbo-paved driveways, guardhouse, underground and overhead water tanks.
Next, veering away from the tag off-plan property. Epic Ridge is not a typical off-plan property development, but rather unique pre-constructed modern homes.
Epic Properties is an affordable home solution. We build functional homes. We build homes that young people, young executives, first-time homeowners would want to purchase, both for investment and also to live in. We've been on a journey based on what we've seen in the market. In the last 10 years, we've seen a lot of people buying plots within Kajiado, rural areas, and we've seen customers or clients are struggling with those plots because the plots are many. However, they are not able to set up or build up their own homes. So when we looked at this scenario, we saw there was a huge gap based on the fact that 4.5 million people live in Nairobi. And these people need homes on a regular basis, based on the fact that one, they are university students who are graduating on a yearly basis, and they wanted to ensure that you get them good, affordable homes. And that's why Epic came in to fill in that gap. Pre-constructed property, or what at times people call building together, is a concept that we feel we're not the first people to do it in the market. Initially, there was a lot of a concept called off-plan, which we felt that it was purely based on speculative, and people were buying so as to make a profit once the construction is complete. And one of the drawbacks was there are very many steps within the construction industry, and if there's an issue or there's a problem along the way, then customers are not able to get their finished product in good time. So our concept, we call it we build together or we own together. And what happens is that you pay the 30% deposit, And then as you build, you pay on a monthly basis for about 8 months. All our projects, which are in Kabete, Mwemuto, Enoki, Bishiku, we've had an advantage to complete them within time, or at times 2 months before time, which then gives our customers confidence that what we have is genuine and is legit. So we ensure that we build together, our clients are happy, we're happy, they're able to visualize as we build, they're able to check on the integrity of the building as we build. We encourage them to come and see the houses on a regular basis. And we even have, we post photos on our website, and also we send to them directly so they can see the progress of their homes. Epic Properties have done, the first project was Epic Bed Sitters, targeting purely university students from Lower Kabete. We did 84 units, bed sitters, very functional houses, safe environment. The 84 houses had a shop, they have a small restaurant, and we provided a TV room where we pay DSTV for the students so they can relax and wind. We have electric fence, we have a borehole, we have day security and night security. And it was a project which helped us move to the second project, which was in Mwemuto. Our first project was sold out within 1 year. We completed the project within 9 months. Our second project was in Mwemuto. Mwemuto is about 1 kilometer from New Kitusuru. And the concept was a 1 bedroom, a bed sitter, and it's in a very nice area. Proximity to the road is very near, and we did 76 units, all sold out and all occupied. The rents in Mwemuto for 1 bedroom is 16,000 shillings, while for bed sitters is 10,000, which gives a return of investment of 9 years. So within 9 years, as an investor, you get back your money. Final project, or the third project that we are currently in, is called the Epic Ridge. Epic Ridge sits on 3.5 acres. It's one of the biggest projects within Kabete ward, and we're very proud to partner and to get support from the county government, because it's a huge project which requires a lot of infrastructure development. We've done the first block with 72 units. We're on the second block, which has 64 units. And the third block will be complete in the next 2 months. It's a project that we are very proud to invite potential buyers and potential clients and potential homeowners and people who would like to rent our property, because it's in the leafy suburbs and it's a secure area, and it's going to be it's going to have mixed use, because we have some shops so that our tenants don't have to go outside to look for product to buy, like milk, bread, toothpaste.
After both the developer and client's needs are balanced out, let's get a happy customer's perspective.
Nilichagua kuwekeza na Epic Properties kwa sababu nilikuja huku ni kwa site, nikaona site iko mahali mzuri, na nikaona kuna security, kuna maji, na sasa nikaanza. Nilikuja kwa ofisi yao, wakanipea offer letter, nikaenda nikajaza ile ya kupay deposit, nikakuja nikalipa deposit, nikawarudishia barua. Ningetaka kuambia watu wenye wanatafuta mahali ya kuwekeza wakuje kwa Epic, juu ni watu wanakushika mkono vizuri na mpaka unamalizia maneno yako.
The Epic Ridge is strategically located in Kibichiku, which is 15 kilometers from Central Business District and 7 kilometers from Westlands. The project consists of studios, 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom units. Accommodation features include sizable lounge, guest cloakroom, separate kitchen, master ensuite, balcony. Salient features include perimeter wall with electric fence, ample parking, paved driveway, borehole, recreation area, and 24-hour security. price from 1 million Kenya shillings.
To put it all into perspective, after the buyer has put in all necessary considerations, buying off-plan is indeed rewarding. An early buyer gets a chance to select the best location, customize their home design, and save on cost by spreading them to a longer period. Up next, a legal expert sheds more light on why due diligence is not an option in property acquisition. Karibu sana on the show, Jessica.
Thank you, Nancy, for having me.
We find that a lot of people don't understand the do's and don'ts when signing the dotted line. Everybody goes and buys a property, but they haven't done their due diligence and they don't understand what they're getting into. What advice would you give us?
We would say that when you are interested in buying or building a home or getting into the property market, it is important to have done your homework well. It is important to have the right set of professionals assisting you in the process. It is also very important to carry out your due diligence. You need to establish what are you getting into. Have you carried out searches on that property to determine the ownership, to determine whether the owner is actually the person having the right to title? Have you carried out a survey due diligence to establish the fixed boundaries of that property? It is also important to look at the geotechnical surveys, especially if you want to build on the property, to establish the sort of soil you will find in there, the topography, so that when you start building the building, you do not get into extra costs that you had not planned.
What are some of the factors that we find keep coming back? What are people not doing right?
When you look at the property market, one of the factors that keep coming up is the fact that most people venture into the property market without professionals. So you go buy a property, you meet somewhere and get into a contract. You do not have lawyers looking into the contract. You sign into the dotted line, but then later on you find out that the searches that you should have carried out before signing you haven't done, and you end up losing an investment. Apart from that, if you are building a home, you did not sign a contract with a contractor, for example, then the contractor is not meeting the timelines, the costs go high, and there is no fallback option because you did not sign a contract. So the fact that people do not involve the right professionals when they are getting into property investments keep on coming up when there are disputes that arise.
Okay, now I've started buying my property. I didn't involve a lawyer. I'm in the middle of it. I've already paid my deposit, sometimes 30%, 10%. Now I'm finding that there are challenges.
Yeah.
How would you unlock it?
As a lawyer, one of the things that is always, you can always do is vary the contract. For example, you get into the contract, you did not involve a lawyer, you have paid your deposit. There is nothing wrong with coming to vary the terms of that contract to put in terms that will protect you. So we would, for example, call for a meeting with the developer, negotiate on new terms and vary the terms of the contract so that the purchaser is protected. The second thing that would be done is just to ensure that if there was no due diligence that was done before you got into the contract, then when the lawyer comes in, they will do the due diligence.
So we would start afresh.
It is important because you do not want to finalize and you find that, for example, the property has been mentioned in the Ndungu land report and therefore your investment goes to waste. So it is important then that the due diligence is carried out and you find mechanisms of protecting the purchaser at that stage.
There you have it. It's our responsibility to get all the information and associated background before making that crucial decision to buy a property. Moving on, the accessory spot.
Selecting couch fabric is determined by our favorite colors and pattern, or even the price. It's important to also consider the use for the couch. Is it domestic, heavy domestic, or commercial? Here's more.
For me to choose fabric for my sofa, why it's important for me, it's because you have to consider the area that you're in. You have to consider where you're going to put the sofa. If it's in a studio, if it's in a residential area, a hotel, you have to consider all that. If you're going to put in your house, you can use different fabrics like suedes. You can use light fabrics, but if you're going to put it in a business area like a hotel, at least you have to use something like leather. The factors that we put into considerations when we're making sofas for our clients are first, the customer's personality, because there are those quiet clients. They'd want maybe calm fabrics. They don't want bright things. And there are those that would want bright things. They have an outgoing personality. Again, quality. I deal with both low market and up market. So for low market, not that it will be a bad quality, but it's a good quality. Again, it goes for a cheaper cost. So the low market ones, we are able to meet again the needs of the client, and for the up market, we get the high quality fabrics that again are able to meet the quality for the client's needs. When the client comes to us to get the fabrics or to get the sofas, first we advise that when you make the sofas with us, we can always clean them for you, or we can advise on how to clean them for you. When you come, maybe you need something like leather. Leather, we have products that we use to clean so that they maintain the shininess. Again, for fabrics like suedes, we have products that we use so as to help us wipe the seats and not leaving any stains on it. I think in any field, it's the key factor. You have to use some professional advice for you to get better quality. So for engaging an interior decorator, you're able to save because you get better discounts. When you go to the fabric stores, you get better discounts. You might not be able to know the real colors you'd want. We come in, help you to know the kind of colors that in the market. Maybe you're only exposed to a certain color. Red can go with black. But when you consult an interior decorator, I'm able to expose you to many other colors that can go with the fabric that you already have, or the color of the seat that you already have, or which we're about to make for you. We're able to advise you on the qualities of the fabrics, because for you a fabric might pop and you'll feel this is the best fabric. But for us, we're able to give you the details of this fabric. You cannot use it on this sofa because it's of this quality. It's not the right quality for this sofa, as we are exposed to the qualities, different qualities of fabrics. Many people are scared, or they don't go to interior decorators because they feel the charges are too high. But you'll find that the amount you'll use when you're doing things by yourself might be much more even than what if you had engaged an interior decorator in the first place. Because when you engage an interior decorator, yes, the charges are there, but they are able to do all the service for you. It's not high because it depends on what you really want. You can consult. You don't have to buy that product from the interior decorator. You can consult, and it's only a small fee for the consultation. For you to get a quality sofa, there's some questions that you want to ask. Ask the kind of wood that they are using for the framework. Also ask about the things that they're going to put, like cushions, what quality, because we have different qualities. Ask what quality they're putting for you. If it's high density or low density or local, ask them to be transparent about the quality they're putting for you. Again, we have forming. Forming, the stuffing put on the arms. So you should ask what kind of forming they're putting for you. Again, we have low density, high density. Again, ask them to be transparent also about that.
When we come back,
with Telkom, 50 shillings you get 400 MBs, but when you're using another network, you get 200 MBs, which makes ours cheaper.
Patient space and save a lot.
don't go away.
Cash is here. The faster, simpler way to send and receive money, make payments, and buy goods and services. It's time your money moves like you. Visit a T-Cash agent and register today. Telkom, moving with you.
Welcome back. You're watching The Property Show. Telkom, the communication giant, continues to build out competitive products that are hitting the market far and wide. Let's head to Thika Town for more updates.
You can subscribe to either daily, weekly or monthly packages, which are as low as 9 shillings. For daily, and also at Hola, the lowest is 9 shillings. When you subscribe to, let me start with Hola, it's divided into 3. There's Hola, Hola Premium and Hola Plus. Hola is 9 shillings. That one you get 40 minutes, Telkom to Telkom, and free SMS across all networks. And when you're calling another network, this one you'll be charged at 3 shillings. But for Hola Premium and Hola Plus is 19 shillings. That is valid for 24 hours. That one you get free calls, Telkom to Telkom. And when you're calling another network, you'll be charged at 1.8 shillings per minute, and you get 20 MB data. Hola Premium is 49 shillings, going for 3 days. That one you'll still get free Telkom calls, free SMS, and when you're calling another network, it's still 1.8 per minute. When you're going to the other package that's from Hola, there's Excel bundles. Excel bundles we have for daily, weekly, and monthly. For daily, you can use 49 shillings, you get 400 MBs. Weekly, there's 249 shillings, you get 2 GB. And monthly, you get 29.90, 30 GB. We also have another data package called Home Plan. Home Plan is really designed basically for home internet, for usage of many people. It's divided into many packages, but it only has weekly and monthly. For monthly, it's from 1,000 to 4,000. 4,000 is the unlimited package. And there's also the 90-day package, which you're charging at 5,999. You get 100 GBs valid for 90 days. The next one is Freedom Data Bundles. That's the ongoing thing for Telkom. Right now, when you subscribe to any Freedom package, that is either the daily, monthly, or weekly, you get free WhatsApp, additional benefits. Free WhatsApp, free calls Telkom to Telkom, free SMS across all networks, and when you're calling another network, you'll be charged at 2 shillings per minute. Yeah. So on to now the postpaid. Postpaid, we also have the Freedom Data Bundles for postpaid, but the difference between this and the Freedom for prepaid, for postpaid, you're going to have additional international calling rates, which will be charged at 2 shillings and 50 cents per minute. When we are comparing prices, like for example, when a customer wants to use 50 shillings, With Telkom, 50 shillings you get 400 MBs, but when you're using another network, you get 200 MBs, which makes ours cheaper.
My experience with Telkom has been awesome, totally awesome. Previously I was using their networks, but I tend to realize that at the end of the month I use a lot of money on data rather than voice calls. I don't call a lot, but sometimes I prefer calling rather than texting. And I used to spend so much calling. So I realized with Telkom, to other networks I call it 3 shillings per minute. The other networks I used to call it 4 shillings per minute. And they have a product called Hola, whereby to all other networks that I call to, I'm being charged 1.8 shillings per minute. And Telkom to Telkom it's free, which is an awesome idea. I chose Telkom because it's reliable and affordable for the normal Mwananchi. I have a little brother that actually disturbs me a lot when it comes to data, so that actually became a cheaper excuse for me to actually provide, to be able to buy for him data so he can clear 50 MBs free every day. Yeah. For those that haven't subscribed, you're losing a lot because Telkom is the best thing you'll ever have when it comes to communication.
Communication never got so easy before. Keep enjoying Telkom goodies and reaping rewards in the process.
Everyone can be a winner. All you have to do is top up and win.
It's that time for advice on how you too can start your home ownership journey.
My home ownership journey started back about 10 years back. My husband died. I'm a widow of 21 years now. So where I live in city county houses, I used to have a hectic time with the rent. So one time, auctioneer came, took my things. It was sad. So my elder daughter cried a lot, and I told them, no situation is permanent. One day we'll own a home. So when she finished her school, she started a bit job. So we started to save to own a home, which we started to look back along. We went to Green Park. It was high. We came back here, but the place was good for us, even the welcoming. So we wanted the corner house here at phase 2, but bad luck, it was gone. Then we get the last one. It's a corner house on the other side, house number 63. That's how we came here. We started the preparation in 2012. So this house, we bought it on 2014. 2014, we bought the house. We purchased it in cash, not in a mortgage. Aspiring homeowner, I could tell them, patience pays, and save a lot. Save a lot. Be a good saver.
And what's your home ownership story? Share it with us and inspire the next homeowner. And talking about homes, women are best known for building castles in the air when it comes to that dream home. But recently, a group of women took a realistic approach to discuss real issues about housing, dubbed Homes and Hills. Here is how it went down.
identified a place, maybe off plan. You've seen the foundation has been dug, and you've seen the nice 3Ds on the billboard and on the brochure, and it's written there, particulars not warranted, and you've seen their starting ground and they're asking you to make some down payment. So I'll speak about that scenario, and I'll speak about the scenario where you've actually identified your own piece of land, want to build your own dream home, which would be, I think in this room, there are two scenarios of maybe 50-50 or actually 70-30, where 70% you're actually buying land from a developer. So from an architect's point of view, what are you looking out for? First of all, it's just to do a background check on the developer before you put down any down payments, and they're telling you, okay, if you're doing a cash payment and you do the certain deposits, this is how much you're saving vis-a-vis going the mortgage way. Do your background check, just like you're doing with all the other things. Find out this developer, what else have they put up? Visit those places, look at the workmanship in terms of quality of what they put out into the market. Compare that even with the marketing brochure that they said, this is what they were going to sell you. A Mercedes, did they produce a Mercedes or was it a Vitz? No offense to anyone who owns a Vitz. So doing also your due diligence when you're purchasing and seeing how have these buildings that have been put up by a developer holding up, to wear and tear and the like. You have to be sometimes very, very careful about the developer who is developing. Now, the other scenario of where you've identified this wonderful piece of land in the leafy suburbs, and you have this dream home, you have all your Pinterest things, of what your house should look like, and what's the next step? You've probably bought the land. First and foremost is to identify an architect, of course. An architect is sort of a vision bearer, somebody who translates what you're dreaming of into paper. And goes to 6 years of school for that. Now, you've got different schools of thought sometimes. Some people say, why do I need professionals? Because coming with the architect are a few other professionals. You've got the architect who draw out the building for you. You've got a quantity surveyor who costs it for you and tell you, this beautiful dream, this is what it's going to cost. And you've got a structural engineer who's going to say, for this beautiful dream, this castle in the air, come back down to earth, this is what you need to put in for it to stand.
You've seen the house, now you want to buy it. So the first thing you want to ask is, do you have an occupation certificate? Because I'm sorry to disappoint you, but just walking in and seeing good paintwork, the lights is going on, does not mean that everything that you cannot see behind these walls is working. And most of those failures are the most expensive to correct. A mechanical problem, an electrical problem would cost you an arm and a leg, or even our roof, as nice as it is. So you get an occupation certificate because this means that you know who are the people, who are the professionals that were involved in this development. Yeah, you are not taking chances. So you'll know who is the architect who was in charge of the project. I hope it's the architect we have here with us today. Who is the contractor? Were they hit and run? Have they disappeared? Were they briefcase people? And then ask for guarantees, because most of the guarantees are also transferable. There are certain things like your roof. We give 25 years guarantee. So if you're buying, ask, is it a Rexy roof? Because if it is, it should come with a guarantee. Now all you do in the rain is just make a call to us. So you may not control each and every item that has gone to that building, but you can control it through the occupation certificate, which will tell you who are the people involved. And ladies, let's be good in asking questions. We are afraid of asking questions sometimes, but that is where our safety lies.
That was an informative talk on making key decisions in buying property. Do you have an upcoming event on Matters Property? This segment is for you. Invite us for coverage. Coming up, the Property Gallery with investment opportunities you can grab today.
Bugani Park is a premium residential development on Bugani Road in Karen, developed by the Kenya Power Pension Fund. The property consists of 45 4- and 5-bedroom luxury townhouses set on individual half-acre plots. The development has been conceived as an English country estate in its design, layout and aesthetic. There are 3 house types to meet a diverse market and provide a village characteristic to the project. Accommodation features include spacious living room, separate dining room, family room, guest cloakroom, kitchen, separate pantry, study area, 4 and 5 all-ensuite bedrooms, master bedroom with bathroom, walk-in closets, Dobie area, DSQ and carport. Salient features include secure perimeter, 24-hour manned gatehouse, backup generators, on-site borehole, gym, clubhouse, swimming pool, Cabra paved driveways and street lighting. Finn Heights Apartments. Located at Dogoreti off Kikuyu Road, this development comprises of 28 modern 2- and 3-bedroom apartment units. With their strategic location just 100 meters off Kikuyu Road, the apartments are easily accessible. There is also easy access to Nairobi CBD and Westlands using Naivasha Road and the airport using the Southern Bypass. Accommodation features include spacious lounge cum dining area, guest cloakroom, modern fitted kitchen with granite tops, adjoining pantry, separate Dobie area, master ensuite, 2- and 3-bedroom, built-in wardrobes. Salient features include perimeter wall, CCTV and electric fence, elevated splash pool, children play area, 2 high-speed elevators, plug-in TV and fiber connectivity, borehole, generator for power backup, and 1 parking per unit. Kenya Hills is a gated community located in a serene area in Athi River on Mutongoni Road. This development is designed to offer a modern and comfortable living away from the city life and is accessible via Mombasa Road. Lukenya Hills is situated 27 kilometers from Nairobi CBD. Accommodation features include lounge and dining area, separate fitted kitchen, guest cloakroom, 3 bedrooms, master bedroom ensuite, built-in wardrobes. Salient features include perimeter wall, Cabra paved internal roads, borehole water, carport shade, standby generator. For shopping and other amenities, Gateway Mall is a few minutes drive from the development. Syokimau Township is also a short distance away where a wide variety of social amenities are available. The Syokimau railway station is also a short drive from the development. The price for a 3-bedroom unit is 7.9 million Kenya shillings.
That marks the end of the Off-Plan Property edition. Thank you for your feedback and for choosing us as your premier property show. Let's meet next week and see what the property basket will be serving. As always, there is something for everyone. Kwaheri.